because today we are going to dive into a topic that might just stir the pot a little bit. We're going to cover why province girls are statistically better suited for long-term relationships with you as a foreigner than city girls would be. Many of you, I'm sure, you've already heard, if you're looking for a good Filipina girl online on the dating sites, you're more likely to find a good serious woman from the provinces than you are from the cities. Province girls tend to be more grounded, less exposed to materialism and the fast-paced lifestyle of the city, and they often hold on to more traditional values. But let's not oversimplify things here. This is not a hard, fast rule. This is more of a guideline. Just as a disclaimer, there are plenty of good girls in the cities, just like there's plenty of bad apples in the provinces, and we'll cover all of that. By the end, if you stick around, we're going to touch on one of the most controversial points about dating Filipinas, something that most modern women absolutely hate hearing about. But let's be honest, my audience is 98% men between 25 and 55, so we can speak candidly here. So, in this video, we're going to go through 5 green flags that tend to show up more with province women and 5 red flags that are more common with the city women. Let's go ahead and get started first with the 5 green flags that you're going to encounter more often with province girls. Number 1, they are cooperative and collaborative. Notice I did not say submissive and subservient, although many of us, hey, we like that. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you are looking for. But men who are looking for that tend to get demonized by all of the women who are modern, militant, feminist, westernized women, because they say, oh, you're just looking for a submissive slave so you can do what you want with her. You're taking advantage of her. That's not what we're trying to describe here. But to be honest, the more submissive or cooperative or collaborative the girl is, the better off the relationship is going to be for both parties. And so a cooperative woman isn't just a doormat, she's a partner. She works with you, not against you. A woman like this tends to bring you peace instead of drama. I think we can all agree that that's something that we're looking for. She's not going to be argumentative with everything that you do. She's hopefully going to understand that everything that you say and do is for the best, for your best interest, mutually. So you want a woman who is cooperative and collaborative and will follow your lead, get behind you, and work together to build something that's healthy and it's good for both people. I think it goes without saying that the more cooperative the woman is, the more that we as men want to give her or them, give them everything that they want. So it makes the relationship better. And this is where modern Western feminists have completely lost the plot. Being cooperative does not make her weak. It makes her someone that you want to build a future with. Number 2, green flags for the province girls. They are modest and conservative both in their appearance and their behavior, at least in public. As St. Luda said, I want a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed. He didn't say we want a freak in the street. We want someone that knows how to behave herself and carry herself with dignity. At least I do. I think most people who see this would agree with me. The province girl is not broadcasting her body on social media. She's not blasting tons of bikini pictures for attention and validation. She's not telling dirty jokes. She's not using bad language. She's not drinking, cussing, swearing, acting like, a guy. We want someone who's feminine and carries herself with respect and dignity. Of course, let her wear the bikini at the beach if she wants. But if all she's posting is bikini pictures, you got to ask yourself, who is the intended audience here? The modest province girl values the relationship and carries herself with respect for you and for the partnership. So if modesty is something that you care about, you'll find it more often in the provinces than in the cities. Number 3, loyalty and honesty. This is kind of the same thing. A girl who is honest is going to be loyal. And the girls that are from the provinces are more likely to carry those qualities and those characteristics because that's what they're looking for in the partner. You're going to find that they're more often describing themselves as, I'm just a simple Filipina, I'm a God-fearing woman, I just want a man to love me, who is going to be faithful and take care of me. And that's what they're looking for, so that's the behavior that they're going to display towards you, hopefully in an ideal situation. Loyalty is probably the biggest one for a lot of guys, and it's a trait that you're going to find more often in the women who are raised in the provinces. She's not out here juggling multiple guys or entertaining flirtatious conversations behind your back. You're looking for someone you can trust, and that trust should be mutual. Province women tend to value loyalty and honesty, and that's something that you can build a foundation on. Number 4, financial responsibility. Now notice I didn't say financial stability I didn't say financial anything else. Like, it doesn't matter if she's rich. What we want is for her to be responsible. She should know how to live within her means. She shouldn't place so much value on lavish gifts and materialism. They know how to stretch a budget, and they are not going to push you to fund a lifestyle that they can't afford themselves. So she may not even have a bank account yet. She may not have even had a real job, but she should at least be coachable, and you should be able to be her mentor and lead her up in these things. If the relationship goes on long enough and say you end up being serious, you're exclusive, eventually you get married, you're going to want to teach her, okay, here's how you balance a checkbook, how you keep a budget every month, here's how you invest, here's how you can make a withdrawal from here. So the city girls might already have that, but they're going to be more likely to outspend their earnings and then expect you to cover the difference. And so for the guys who don't mind that, if you want to just be an ATM, be a wallet, and just give them all the money that they want, and then they can expect that for the entirety of your relationship, great. But there's a lot of guys who, at least like me, I think it's better if we can teach them to fish instead of giving them the fish. So I will teach a girl how to make money online. I will teach her how to save for the future. I'll teach her all kinds of things about financial literacy if she's open to learning it. But if she's got it in her head already as a city girl that I only exist to give her money, then she's going to outspend what I give her and then expect more. She's going to want me to buy her a house and lot in the first 2 months that we're talking. She's going to want me to pay for her relatives' business ideas and loans to her friends and family. But a girl from the province who values money, who has a hard work ethic, who isn't used to getting everything that she wants, who is okay with you sometimes being forced to tell her no, that's something that you want. So that's why I called it financial responsibility. And in contrast to what's in the city, you'll find that that's a green flag that's more existent with the girls from the province. Number 5, we'll just say this one is called nurturing and affectionate. And this encompasses everything from inside and outside the bedroom. It's going to be girls who want to take care of you when you get older. That's important. It's going to be girls who like having the romantic feelings, the love, the hugs, the kisses, the cuddling, all that sweet stuff. But it's also a lot of just being there for you and showing you her love and affection in times when it's not so lovey-dovey, but you need that closeness and intimacy. So I might not be explaining this well enough, but it's like emotional support. It's like spiritual. It's like more than just a physical connection. It's little things like she asks you, did you eat? Well, some guys don't understand why she asked me if I ate. Well, that's how she shows her love. She wants to know that you feel good, your belly is full, you're healthy, you're safe. That's the kind of nurturing and caring attitude that you're going to find more often in the province. And let's not dance around this. If the physical intimacy is also important to you, as I imagine it is, don't overlook the fact that a caring and nurturing woman from the province is going to be likely to accommodate you with physical affection when you need it as well. Again, not to say that city girls won't do this, but a province girl is going to take pride in the fact that she is making her man happy both emotionally and physically. And that's something that can't be undervalued in a long-term relationship. So now let's talk about the red flags in the city women. First up, we're just going to say prioritizing party life. And I'm sure that you've seen plenty of this, as we talked about in the previous 2 videos, girls with the tattoos, girls with all of the club pics. And what they're prioritizing is having fun, going out, having that nightlife, the excitement, and that's not going to be conducive to a good long-term relationship. So that's going to be a red flag that you find a lot more often in the city, where a girl from the province, she probably hasn't been exposed to that nearly to the same degree. She's probably not the type of girl who goes out clubbing 5-6 nights a week at least. And when she has been there, she might have just gone for the experience, but it's not like a habitual thing where she has been deeply ingrained with these bad habits. So you're more likely to see the city girls. They're going to be more focused on hitting the clubs, enjoying the nightlife, and they're not going to be as focused on building something that's long-term, stable, healthy, and ongoing with you. Keep in mind and be cautious. She might not be looking for a serious partner. She might say that she is, but it's actions, not words. Number 2, Viewing men as a meal ticket. And that is something that is very, very common. These girls in the city are more likely to see you as just another earning opportunity. She's going to try and use you to get allowance. She's going to try and get you to pay her a monthly salary. She's going to try and get you to cover all of these things that were not in your original plan, because you might be the type of person that you want to be Mr. Fix-It and solve it for everyone, and she's going to take advantage of that and rely on your kindness and maybe your gullibility to try and get paid. What you don't know is she could be doing the same thing with 5-10 other guys. I have acquaintances right now just down the road that are doing this very thing, and it's kind of disgusting, but just know that that's a risk that you take with party girls. City women are more likely to see men as financial opportunities. They're more exposed to a materialistic culture, so that can lead to early demands for allowance, gifts, and even support for their family. And of course, this doesn't apply to all girls from the city, but it does come up often. So don't allow yourself to find a girl who's going to treat you like an ATM or a wallet or a meal ticket. It's fine if you want to take care of someone that you love, but don't do it before you meet for sure, and don't do it early in the relationship either. You want to make sure that she's with you for genuine reasons, she's being authentic, and she's in love with you before you start having any type of financial obligations. Number 3, baggage from past relationships. And this isn't necessarily about their past, but it's more about how they handle it. Many of these women have had a lot of past relationships, and that comes with emotional scars. It comes with some trauma, comes with inability to form deep bonds with you. It's going to come with a lot of things that you might not foresee. She might have trust issues. She might have jealousy issues. She might not have healed from what happened before. She might be comparing you all the time to her exes. Why can't you be like so-and-so? Why can't you do this? He did. And then they're going to throw in things like, well, if you were a real man, you would do X, Y, and Z. And then she doesn't realize that the real man isn't going to let her little ass manipulate you with little comments like that. Again, it's not exclusive to city women, but it's very common. Number 4, modern Western feminist militant attitudes. It's really disgusting and it's really sad, but dating Filipinas online or in person, it's not the same world that it was 10, 15 years ago. Before there was Instagram, before there was TikTok, before there was OF, the scene has changed. It's a different landscape, and the fact that girls have their phones in their hand and they're surrounded by other girls that share these values, it's kind of like a race to the bottom quality-wise with their mindset and their attitude. They're more likely to adopt a boss babe mentality. They're more likely to say, I don't need a man, when really they're still trying to use you for your resources. They are more resistant to traditional gender roles, and they're more focused on materialism. If you've already dealt with materialistic or hypergamous women in the West, then you'll recognize some of these city girl values. And if you're looking for traditional values in a partnership, then this can be a serious red flag. Number 5, player habits. In the city, the environment makes it easier for women to juggle multiple men, whether that's from social media or from dating apps or just the fast pace of city life. Some women have no problem keeping a roster of guys around for the attention, validation, and the gifts. If she's got multiple orbiters, you're probably not her priority. And it's tough to decide that at the beginning because, of course, everyone has multiple orbiters in the beginning. You're collecting, then selecting. But once you reach the point of saying, let's be exclusive, and you're going to stop dating other people, you want to be sure that you picked a girl that she's going to stick to that agreement. So the bonus red flag, this is going to touch on all of the previous red flags, and it's the most controversial of all of the things that we've talked about so far. The one that feminists hate to admit, but body count. Does it matter? I think it does, and here's why. Whether women admit it matters or not, it's something that enough men care about that it needs to be talked about. The higher the body count, the more magnified all of the other red flags become. Women who have had a lot of partners are more likely to cheat. They're more likely to treat the relationship as something that's transactional, and they're more likely to see you as someone who should be funding her lifestyle rather than like a partnership where she needs to match your efforts. The more partners she's had, the more likely she is to step out when she's mad at you, when you're not giving her attention because you are too busy providing for her, when she's bored. She's more likely to compare you to her exes because there's going to be more of them, a bigger sample size, more likely to hide conversations she's having with other men. And you're not going to know this because they're not going to be honest about it. So you have to kind of act in a way that's preventative by, most likely, the best way to do it is unfortunately picking a girl from the Proverbs instead of a girl from the city. And it might sound ridiculous because we all know how many single mom Filipinas there are. That's going to be a subject for the next video, whether you should date single moms or not. But yes, there are a lot of single moms. There are also a lot of girls who are NBSB, which is no boyfriend since birth, and they are waiting for the guy who's going to treat them right. They value themselves, and they're not going to just give it away cheaply to just any dude on the street. Whereas a girl from the city is going to be more likely to have had many casual relationships and a lot of things in her past. She's more likely to also adopt those Western militant feminist attitudes, acting entitled or getting angry when you don't put her on a pedestal or co-sign her problematic behaviors. It all ties together. All of those other red flags are influenced by this one red flag that's in its own category. So it's controversial, yes. A lot of women are going to hate hearing it. But the guys who are watching this video, a lot of them care about it. And for good reason. You're looking for someone that you want to settle down with. So one analogy that I've heard before, and it's a little bit crude, but it's also kind of funny. It's about the master lock. So like a master key that opens every lock, that's valuable. But a lock that can be opened by every key, not so valuable. It's not special. So just to sum it up, province women who tend to have fewer number of past partners are going to tend to be more selective, more respectful to you, and bring less problems into the relationship. Okay, so this doesn't mean that all girls from the city are bad or all girls who have a high body count are going to be a bad partner. But if we're going by statistics, and if you want to give yourself the best chance of success with a relationship that's happy, where the girl is easygoing, she's cooperative, and she's nurturing and caring, and she's going to follow your lead, she's going to be faithful, she's going to be honest. Unfortunately, that is one of the easiest ways that you can filter down your search, and you can get rid of a lot of possible problematic women from your radar. No, you're not going to be able to ask, oh, what's your body count, and expect a truthful answer. But by just focusing on province women, you will increase your odds slightly of meeting someone with stronger character and moral values that are going to align with what you see as your long-term partner, as your wife. So it's something to think about. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have you met a city girl who defies all conventional wisdom and she's great? Have you met a girl from the province who is a complete train wreck? Are there exceptions to the rule? Do you have interesting stories to share? I'd love to hear them. I don't have many comments. This is a brand new channel, so go ahead and drop whatever comments you like, even if you just want to say hi. I'm Chris, or you can call me Uncle Christmas. It's been good having you here. Thanks for chilling. I'll see you in the next one.